Many of us don't know how to pray for ourselves, and we're just told, okay, ask God for what you need, instead of realizing, wow, I don't believe you can do it anyway. If we come to Him completely transparent and say, really, are you sure that you care about these minute details? Because I was just reprimanded not too long ago from a friend that I shouldn't be concerned about what goes on my computer after I was having a hissy fit. I'm like, no, that absolutely makes me have heart palpitations. And she's like, well, God's not concerned about that. And I'm like, whoa. God better be concerned about that, because I sure as heck don't have any skills as to help myself. I need Him to do for me what I cannot do for myself. So I was leaving the doctor's office and praying for myself, like, gosh, man, I need to reparent myself in this moment. Like, I need to calm down. I don't really know what I need, but Lord, help me. I look on the side of the road, and there's this man that has up a sign, and it says, I've lost everything. And then the waves of travailing hit me. And usually when Holy Spirit falls on me like that, it's like, okay, you cannot mistake that I'm supposed to be now praying for this person. So I'm at the traffic light, and it's like 7 minutes long. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm lifting this up to you. If it's really you and you want me to turn around and pray for him, that's going to be another 7 minutes the other way, but just give it back to me. So breathing, driving, it's coming back to me. So I turn around, and yet I'm sitting and I can see the guy. He is in my sight. And I'm just like, Lord, give me the words. What does this person need? I got out of my car and I come and I sit before him. I ask him his name. And I really don't do well with homeless people in general, because it's a lot of depravity. We could be facing demons. We could be facing mental illness. And I'm better with children, or I'm better with the people that want to come for me. They're asking for help, so to speak. But I took it as his sign, as being an invitation. So as soon as I touched him, I got a flash of all the ways I had suffered grief and loss in my own life. I lost my family, I lost my business, I lost my house, I lost my marriage, all over the trajectory of 2 years. It was devastating. I had to pack everything up and come to the South. And I shared with him the great brokenness of my own heart. And he went into this litany of how the system was basically keeping him from, standing up. And I understand that, because I had also been in that place in my life before as well, where it was everybody else's problem and I couldn't take accountability for the way in which I blamed them, because I put my hope in them instead of God. So I basically prayed for this man, and I started to pray for his hand, and he started to feel heat in his hand because it was immobile. And I'm like, why don't you just try to do something different than what you could not do? And he's like, I can feel it. I can move it. And I'm like, well, there's more of this to come from, but I want you just to bask in the sun today and know that the Lord sent me to you so that you would not feel as if you have no parent in the sky, that you don't have somebody up there that's looking down on you with love instead of judgment. So fast forward, I'm minding my own business and I go for a walk, and I had a call to take for a potential client, and another person calls me with the same name as this guy, this homeless guy that I just met on the side of the road. And he literally says to me, I know that I've had hardship. I know that I'm homeless. I'm living in my car right now, but that doesn't upset me. And I'm like, well, what's the biggest upset? And he's like, the fact that my father never acknowledged me and scapegoated me for being the family problem. And I'll never hear him tell me that he loves me. And I'm like, wow, I've been here too. And so I'm going to teach you how to pray for yourself. You're going to reparent yourself in a way that you needed back then. And you're actually going to say, wow, I have worth and value because God says so. Even if my mother or my father forsake me, I have purpose. And I want you to put your hand on your heart. And I hear him weeping on the other side of the phone. And I'm like, look, I can't do a whole IFS therapy session with you right now, just like I can't do it with somebody on the street because it's lengthy. I'm like, but the tool that I have in my tool belt that I can give you is to say that you have the ability and the capacity to reparent yourself. So the physical manifestations that are happening in your body as a result of the pain that's in your heart right now, you speak life back into your heart. You speak hope. You speak healing. And you declare over yourself that there is one in this world that created you, that wants you alive and kicking because you're still here. And he started to say to me that he's never acknowledged his heartbeat before in his life, and that he felt it underneath his hand pulsing. And he's like, I feel like I've just had a jump start, that I have a new resurrected reason to go on. And I'm like, well, you're encouraging me just as much as I'm trying to encourage you, because we all have things that we need healing from. And I believe it goes all the way back even to the womb.